Den är mer mindre. Men det är stock på armen. Vad är det där?
Lite, lite grann.
Well, I can mind when I was a boy, I was only 6 years old when the RAF came here, and so we heard about there's a lot of men going to come and bide only about half a mile away from where our house was. So they got somebody to come and put a new lock on our door of our house because we didn't have a key. So now we had the key of our door at night because all those men was coming. But it actually turned out, as years go by, that the men never did anything wrong. They were all very fine. Before the RAF camp came, all the work in the island was just very little fishing and things like that. But once the men making saw good to sea, they go to the Merchant Navy. But after the RAF camp came, then the men could buy team and get jobs at the RAF camp.
Oh, yeah.
So the island life became far better. Oh, it was a tremendous thing. But I do mind the time that they were nearly the nuclear war when they got to Cuba. We worked in the fair then, but we never sort of thought then that Saxford would be attacked. But it's only now later in life that I realised that Saxford probably would have been attacked had the war turned out to be a war.
But latterly, maybe in the very last days of the Navy shop, was everybody allowed to go to them? When I was there working, you were meant to have a pass to use the Navy shop.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was meant to be like that, I suppose, mostly all the time. And you were meant to report to the guard room whenever you went there. As we said, there was another gate, so...
Yeah, there was the top gate, yeah.
And now and again there'd maybe be some incident, and then the locals were banned and you had to have a pass and you had to go to the guard room, but it never lasted very long.
The RAF kept changing every 18 months, 2 years. So you're always seeing new faces, new people coming back. To and fro was very good. When we were stationed up the hill, there was always a big Russian fishing fleet around here. They used to come and lie in the Voos and the Firths. The Borrefirth especially was a great place. So we more or less kept an eye on all that. There certainly were spy ships amongst them. Later on, we went fishing in a trawler once, because the RAF wanted us to take pictures and keep an eye on the fishing trawlers, which I was had enough of it, so it had nothing to do with that.
Did the power station at the camp supply local electricity?
Yeah.
Would that have meant that in parts of Unst there was electric here sort of before Yell or Fettler or...
Yell didn't get... Yell had the Yell for electric for 10 years after we got it. They were very jealous.
Oh yeah. I mean that was a big plus, obviously.
I remember getting reprimanded one fine summer night. I picked a daffodil in front of the guard room got called in and can't do that.
Minnie, how could you? They used to do exercises, the RAF would do exercises at Saxavord, and it would all be in lockdown, and these jets would come over and sweep down over the hills, and the guards would then be armed outside, and that was a bit, I must admit, a bit disconcerting.
Do you remember living with the threat of nuclear war?
Well, I think we were always aware of it because of the testing of the nuclear bombs more. And sometimes there was personnel here who had been they had a gathering of people to watch. Some of the personnel had been there before they came here and that sort of thing. So we heard a bit about that.
What does not belong on the beach? Marine pollution is an increasing global challenge, and much of the pollution is invisible for us. We see some of it is coming onto the beach, but a lot of it's on the bottom of the sea, or too small for us to see. The plastic parts, it won't degrade in the same way as natural substances. The waste in our waters originates from many different human activities. The waste in our waters originates from many different human activities. A lot of our clothes are made of plastic, and the water from the washing machine is going into the sea. We also see that a lot of pollution in the sea comes from boats, from fishery. People just throw the garbage into the sea to get rid of it. So that is a problem. When we brush our teeth or use makeup, the makeup or the toothpaste may contain microplastics that also get into the sea. And when we are on the beach, maybe we lose a bottle or a cup or the wrapping of the ice cream, and it goes into the sea. Pollution is carried with ocean currents across the national borders. So it is a problem both local, on our local beach, it's a problem regional, national, for the whole countries, and also international. Garbage is collected in 5 large ocean currents, 5 gyres. Plastic is collected in these big ocean currents. 15% of the marine waste end up on our beaches, and 15% is floating on the surface, and about 70% sinks to the bottom, and then we cannot see it at all. Marine pollution is a big problem also for animals, for fish, for marine mammals, and sea turtles and birds. So a lot of pain and suffering from this pollution.